Now, as per usual, as soon as I travel, something big happens in cryptocurrency. But anyways, guys, welcome to another video. Now, I am currently traveling, so if the quality of this video is a little bit lower, I am sorry about that. However, I do have a portable microphone here with me, so hopefully the audio quality is okay. But before we do get into the video, I do just want to say, make sure you guys follow my Twitter and join my Telegram group. I have been fairly active on Twitter, specifically with my opinions on some things in cryptocurrency, along with retweeting and commenting on a lot of cryptocurrency news. So if you guys want to stay up to date on cryptocurrency news, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and check out my Telegram channel if you guys have any questions or just want to chat with me. We have a lot of really cool people in there. But anyways, let's get right into the video. So previously, my last video on my channel, I did talk about the possibility of an uptrend from where we were on Bitcoin at the bottom with the head and shoulders pattern, along with some other oversold indicators, along with a time resistance on the x-axis that I did talk about in my previous video. And something I actually didn't talk about is this other indicator called TD sequential, which is a very cool indicator. It sort of counts the number of uptrending and downtrending candles and forms some patterns. And something interesting is that on the 1 week on Bitcoin, we did actually see a 9 count on the TD sequential, which is a very, very important reversal indicator. This is actually the second time in Bitcoin's history on the 1 week that we have ever seen the TD sequential do this. So that may have contributed to the reversal. Obviously, I wish I would have mentioned that in the previous video, but that is still something very interesting to talk about. And if you guys are interested in seeing some of the other reasons, I did talk about those in my previous video. But obviously something else that also contributed to this reversal is the heightened ETF coverage and some of the news around that. So as of right now, personally, what I am doing is I am trying to avoid Bitcoin, as although I do think it will be uptrending for the next few days, which I will talk about later in this video, I still think that the safest bet or the way to get the highest returns in this market would be to really get the altcoin follow-up. So once Bitcoin breaks out of its downtrend, then the altcoins will follow. And as you guys can see, a lot of the altcoins on longer term charts are actually severely oversold or at major supports. So I think those are great buys and a lot lower risk. Specifically, if you look at some of the other top market cap coins, such as Ethereum, I think Ethereum looks like an amazing buy right now. So those are certainly coins that I am holding instead of Bitcoin right now. Although trust me, I do have some long-term Bitcoin that I am very happy to be holding. So my targets for this Bitcoin move on the mid to short term here would be around $10,000 to $12,000, depending on where the rally heads up until. So obviously we did see this breakout above the previous downtrend, which is amazing. This is something I've been waiting for quite a bit now. And we actually did end up closing on the 1 day. So that's very good. And we also broke it on the log chart. So it's pretty much confirmed that we broke this downtrend. Although the reason why my targets are so low and the reason why I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to be hitting 40,000 by the end of the year for sure is really because of this Bitcoin ETF. Now, before I get into talking about the Bitcoin ETF, I do just want to preface it by saying that the Bitcoin ETF has actually already been declined 2 times, although the reason why people are so much more optimistic this time around is really because of Bitcoin futures, and also a lot more support for Bitcoin overall, as it has gotten a lot more with the big move at the end of 2017. So that's why people are a lot more optimistic. But personally, I think the already being declined 2 times and the fact that governments may not be particularly happy about the thought of Bitcoin being widely accepted and traded by normal people, we will see what happens, but there's always the chance that it could be declined. And so I obviously want to be ready for both situations, particularly because I actually think there is a pretty good chance that either could happen. So the Bitcoin ETF decision is actually going to happen around September. It did get moved from next month to September, although I do think there may be some other proposals from other companies for an ETF next month, but we will see where that heads. But overall, just to wrap this up, I think that really the ETF is going to decide where Bitcoin goes. And I do think that there will be a minor altcoin recovery while this is going on, due to the fact that Bitcoin is going up, and along with Ethereum and Litecoin also looking pretty safe at this point. But if the ETF does get accepted in late 2018, then I think we're going to be extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Hopefully, I think by the end of the year, we will break that 20,000 level and maybe test something like 40,000. And then as we move into 2019, maybe see a rally like we saw at the end of 2017. So that would be extremely exciting and obviously something that I am rooting for. On the other hand, if the ETF does not get accepted, I think there's a very high chance that we're going to see a dump and we're going to see the same market cycle that we saw before. As I have mentioned in the past, something where we retest 10 or 12,000 and then just completely dump below the 5,000 level and then maybe see something like 4,000 to 3,000 by the end of the year. Those are all possibilities in my opinion, both just as likely at this point. So honestly, my plan is to profit with altcoins in this current market, and then as we get closer to the ETF, completely cash out, as I think that's much, much safer, and just place some orders, a fair distance apart that I think would be safe entries or shorts on Bitcoin if it does get accepted or declined by the ETF. But anyways, guys, obviously this is all super, super exciting for cryptocurrency. Either way, there's going to be a lot of movement and a large chance for profit. And speaking of profit, Signal Trader is actually going to be ready next week. That is right. We have been working so hard on it, even though I am on vacation and out and about. We have been working on Signal Trader so much, so make sure you guys stay tuned on my channel for tutorials and obviously some sort of release video on Signal Trader, as that is very exciting. But anyways, guys, see you guys in the next video.